Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Welcome you all in the virtual learning system of Pakistan International School Taif, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. As you know that this is virtual class for class 10 student. This is Pakistan International School Taif. Class is 10th, subject computer science. This is our first lecture and teacher name is Imran Ahmed. First of all, I welcome you all in class 10th for those students who are promoted in class 10th. Now comes to the topic according to the new syllabus of Federal Board of Intermediate and Secondary Education. This is our computer science class for class 10 student. We will start from the exercise where you will find some short question and long question. And if some questions are remaining, means if the questions, those questions or those topics which are not included in exercise but present in the chapter, we will discuss them one by one after the chapter 1 exercise completion. Okay, now comes to the point. First question, very easy. Give short answer of the following question. Let me explain about the 10th class syllabus. Over here, you will study. First chapter belongs to programming techniques. From the second chapter and onward, you will see there is C language, which is totally practical class. So over here, this is the programming techniques. What is a programming techniques? It means that when you make any computer program, I'm talking about the chapter number 1. Chapter number 1 is programming techniques. So what is programming and what is technique? Over here we will discuss in this chapter. Shortly, I will explain. Whenever you will write a single program or any kind of program in any language, what are the steps you will follow, we will discuss in this chapter. So before the programming, some important task we will perform or some important steps to know about them. So we will discuss all of this in this chapter. So this is our chapter number 1, which is programming techniques. Let us comes to the point. Question number 2, give short answer of the following question. Define computer. Very easy, from class 5 to onward, or from KG, from 1 to onward in computer science. You study about this topic. What is a computer or define computer? A computer is an electronic device or machine that can solve different problems, process data, store and retrieve data, and perform calculation faster and efficiently than humans. So efficiently than humans. So this is the simple definition of computer. Already we have discussed this topic in chapter number 1 of class 9 book, so no more need to define a discussion about this topic. Let's come to the next question. So it is very important question. What is algorithm? What is the role of algorithm in problem solving? What is algorithm and what is the role of algorithm in problem solving? Definition of algorithm. Algorithm is a step-by-step problem-solving method that is easy to understand and follow. Algorithm is a step-by-step problem-solving method that is easy to understand and follow. Let me give you an example. You can say that a step-by-step process in order to solve a particular problem is known as algorithm. The definition of algorithm is step-by-step process in order to solve a typical problem is known as algorithm. I will give you the example. If someone asks, if someone asks from you that I want to go to, let's say, Panda, I want to go Panda. What you will do? You will say that go from, first of all, you will go from there. So he says, no, I don't understand this. So he says, let me write those steps. Let write those steps. So you will write the steps for him to reach, to help him to reach in the Panda store. First step, your first step will be, you will start from here. You will tell the person, you will start from here. You go outside from your home. Your step number one is go outside from your home. Take out your car, or you can walk. So this is second step. You are writing at your copies the steps. So third step, you will sit in the car, you will go on the direction of this point, or right direction or left direction, whatever. So this is the third step. Over there, you will find there is circular, there is a circle. So he need to take the decision over there. Either he will go to the left side or right side. So you will tell them and write them. Now over here, watch, look, you are writing the steps for him. Why you are writing the step for him? His problem is to reach the Panda store. So you are writing the step. So you are solving his problem. So algorithm is the step-by-step process in order to solve a problem. Whenever you write the steps for solving any problem is known as algorithm. That is easy to understand and follow. That is means when you will write for him, so with the help of algorithm, he can reach easily. He will see, he will read your steps which you have performed or which you have write for him. He will follow them. So this one is called the algorithm. Now, algorithm plays an important role in computer programming. Computer programming is the process of taking an algorithm and coding it in the programming language. So whenever we will solve any program in C language, first of all, not we will go to the programming language, we will perform some steps, and those steps will be called algorithm. Those steps will be called algorithm. Third is, what is a flow chart? Third process is, third question is, what is a flow chart? So a layman person, let's say you write the steps for him, but he again says, sorry, yaar, I can't understand your steps. Now, what is the process left? So you will make the diagram for him. Let's say you will make the arrow. First arrow, you will go from here. Then right arrow, you will go from that side. So diagrammatically representation of any problem or any algorithm is called flow chart. Diagrammatical representation of algorithm is called flowchart. Let's say a person, I told you the example in the previous question over here in the algorithm. If a person don't understand your step, then what you will do? So you will make the diagram for him. Obviously, you will draw some kind of drawing to reach on the particular place. So this one is called the flowchart. So comes to the point, flowchart is a diagrammatic representation of algorithm. So same steps which you have write to solve his problem. So now same steps you will follow and make the diagrams and place the arrows over there. And this one is called the flowchart. Flowchart illustrates the sequence of operations to be performed to solve a problem. Why we are placing the diagram? To solve a particular problem in the form of diagram. Now, when he will see, and you will make the diagram to reach or to help him to reach any particular place. So this one is known as flowchart. Computer programmers draw flowcharts before writing computer programs. Now, if a programmer, initial programmer who don't know about the programming, then what he will do? He will do first step. In the first step, he will write the algorithm. If the algorithm is not clear, then he will make the flowchart for him. Why? In order to write the computer programs. So first step is algorithm. Second is flowchart. Now third step will be what? Third step will be programming or programs. What is program? We will explain in the next classes when we start the computer, when we start the C language. Okay, next question is, what are the advantages of using flowcharts? What are the advantages of using flowchart? Following are the advantages are: it provides an easy way to analyze and find solution of a problem. Second, once the flowchart is drawn, it becomes very easy to write the program in any high level language. Over here, watch here, high level, what is the high level, what is the low level, and what is the middle level. We will discuss these topics in the coming chapters, but over here, you can understand. Once the flowchart is drawn, it becomes very easy to write the computer program. With the help of flowchart, we can make our program very, very easy, simply. Third step or third advantages or advantage of using a flowchart is it is very helpful in communicating the problem solving method to other people. So I gave you the example in the algorithm, also in the flowchart. So communicating with the other person who don't know about the programming, how you will explain your program with the help of algorithm or with the help of flowchart. A layman person, the layman person means those who don't know about anything about the computer or anything about the programming language, he can understand your program. So flowchart is helpful in communicating the problem solving method to other people. Number four advantage is it also helps in finding and removing error in computer program. So what is error? Why it is comes in the computer program? In the first lecture, it is not possible to you make some computer program, but over here, inshallah, in the chapter number 2 or chapter number 3, when we start the computer programming in C language, I will tell you what is error and how error will come and how error will be removed. So over here, it also helps. It means that flowchart also helps in finding and removing error in computer program. So this is the question number 4. Now, question number 5. Draw any 4 graphical symbol used in flowchart and explain them. Draw any. Over here in your book, these symbols are present. I will show you. If you have the computer science book, I will show you the symbols present in the chapter. So I take the same symbols which are present in your chapter number 1. I place the same symbol. First one is arrow. What is the purpose of arrow in flowchart? Why we use arrow in flowchart? Arrow indicates the flow of control in the flowchart. Flow of control means the direction. You can say that left direction, then left arrow. In the keyboard, also present 4 arrows: up arrow, left arrow, down arrow, right arrow. So these 4 arrows, what is the purpose of? It tells the direction. So arrow tells the direction. Now, rounded rectangular shape. Rounded rectangular shape. What is the purpose of this one? Rounded rectangular shape. I will show you the complete diagram. Sorry, it was cutting it out. Rounded rectangular shape. This one is. It is a rounded rectangular shape symbol. It is used to indicate the start or end of flow chart. It means that when we will drawing a flow chart, what to do? First step, our first symbol, our first diagram shows that I will draw this symbol and I will write over inside it start. How we will write the algorithm or how we will draw the flow chart? in this exercise, in the long question, these are present. So keep in mind, this symbol is used to draw or used to start a flow chart. And also when the flow chart will be end, I also use this symbol. Next one, this one is called parallelogram. Parallelogram represent input or output operation in a flowchart. The purpose of this diagram is input operation and output operation. I will give you simple example. Input, whenever in a program, let's say I will not give the programming example, in a mathematics, let's say x and y are the two variables. Now x and y are the two variables in the question. Whenever you will assign a value, let's say x is equal to 2, it means that you input 2 to x. You input 2 to x. So whenever the situation like this, whenever we will perform any kind of input operation or output operation, we will use this symbol, this parallelogram. For the input operation in C language, the statement which is used, the function which is used is known as scanf function for input, and for output, printf function. What is scanf and what is printf? So over here, just you will know about the name, just know the name of these two words, scanf and printf. Scanf for input and printf for output operation. Just keep in mind these two words. We will discuss very detailed in chapter number 3 or chapter number 2. Okay, next question. Diamond shape. What is the purpose of this diamond shape? A diamond shape symbol represent decision in a flow chart. Decision, what is the decision? Let's say you are going on a road, then two ways are coming, on the left side, on the right side. Now at that point, you will take the decision that either you will go on the left side. If you go on the left side, it means that you are cut out from the right side. Or if you go on the right side, it means that you are cut out from the left side. So this one is called the decision. So for decision, which symbol is used? This diamond symbol is used for the decision making or decision. Next, very important, this symbol, watch, keep in mind, rectangular box or rectangular block. A rectangular block is used for a rectangular block is used for any data processing operation. All the calculation appears inside the processing symbol. We call this one is for the processing. This rectangular box is used for the processing. What is a processing? When we will use this block or this rectangular block in our flow chart, let's say a situation like this, z is equal to x plus y. Z is equal to x plus 1. Now there is a calculation, or z is equal to 2 plus 5, or x is equal to 3 minus 5. So this kind of, when there is some kind of calculation we will perform in a flow chart, then we will use this rectangular block. Then we will use this rectangular block. I hope you will understand these things in very detail. Also, a rectangular block is used for any data processing operation, all calculations. Calculation means what is the kind of calculation? So arithmetic, what is the arithmetic? When you have performed any kind of operation like this, addition. Addition means x plus y is addition. Subtraction, x minus y is subtraction. Multiplication, x multiplied by y is multiplication. Or division, so x divided by y is division. Whenever any calculation will be appear, then we will use this rectangular block. Over here, I hope you will understand this one. So keep in mind, so this is our chapter number 1. We have performed all the short question. Now listen carefully. You will pause your screen. you will pause your screen. Let's say when you have finished the lecture, then what to do? You will have to pause the screen step by step. Let's say define a computer, pause the screen, then you will write this answer in your copies or in your notebooks. It will help you when you will revising or when you will remember this question, then pause the screen and write this answer in your copies. Similarly, not only one question, though all the short question which we have performed today, so you will perform in the, if you have any question, we will have Zoom meeting, then you can ask the answer. We will give the answers one by one, inshallah, in a Zoom meeting. Till tomorrow, inshallah, take care. Pray for me, pray for all Muslims. Take care and Allah Hafiz.